Alright, so this is quarantine after COVID. This is 6 years, 5 years after COVID. This is 6 years after COVID. But see, people are still in a recession. There's a lot of places in New York City that's closed down after a lot of riots and looting and things like that. There's a lot of people still beefing. There's a lot of people still trying to make moves. There's a lot of people that's trying to make noises. A lot of people trying to make sounds. A lot of people that's trying to do something. A lot of people just a lot of people just almost like me in a way. Very communicative or whatever. The idea of being comfortable will never be turned down. But some things you just have to go through the motions of. Like a stoop meal. No, I didn't find this on the stoop. But I would eat this on the stoop. Just the whole get rich and die smarter, die young or not die at all. That's all gimmick. Everybody has at least 4 years of about 12 school from pre-K to like you go to at least about 12, 13, 14, 21 schools in this life, and then there's people that compromises you outside of the adults that you meet outside of your parents. They're gonna be your parents, and then there's gonna be other adults, and then you know all the children and stuff like that your age. And there's other adults that comes around you. They try to recruit you, whatever. Some things you can't talk about, whatever. However, when you do grow up and you decide to be rich, famous, wealthy, a person of, or something like that, with intention and conviction, you already had you are separate from everybody else's goals and ideas and plans. Not that you took from it, but you just have your own lane. So when you first went to school, you went to school by yourself, or your parent, or a guardian, or an elderly person took you to school. And you're gonna learn, you're gonna get rich, you're gonna da. Then you meet other people with the same goals. And then you grow up, and then some people remember each other, some people don't. Some people knows your MO, some people not your MO, some people knows your motives, your intentions, and what's gonna happen in your future by the way you act, the way you present yourself. You get what I'm saying? You wanna be an actress, a model, a singer, a poet, a musician, a fucking scientist, a mad scientist, a fucking murderer, an assassin, a police officer, a fucking doctor. You understand? Doctors go to jail for killing people. Police kill people. Assassins. Sometimes they get killed for them. It's just like, it's all a gamble. This life. Whatever you want to be, a fucking astronaut, a fucking engineer, whatever you want to be, you can do it. Those are all things that are offered to you in this life. You get what I'm saying? And Jasmine does it is something I started off of doing here. When, I finished doing the hair, we had a little communication, a little fun, like a fun, no, a fun conversation that was started, like, who did your hair, like, who does your hair, whatever. So, obviously, there'll be direct, and who does your hair, whatever. So, then I started JBI outside of that, because it's just way. So, Jasmine does it was a thing, and I'm like, I started getting into marketing, business, and things like that. So then I made a logo. So I worked with another lady to make a logo, another girl, another woman to make a logo. As far as me coming up with a business, some people who believed in it and tried to enforce some type of support or like inquiry or suggestion in it, which was respectfully, LLC, yeah, you can get an LLC for your business, respectfully. But there's no but in it, respectfully. An older lady helped me with my logo. She made my logo. She printed out my logo. She's on Instagram. She knew me for a long time, she said, but I didn't remember her. I didn't review social media friends. So what I'm saying is networking is, I'm sorry, networking is good business, whatever. I'm about to cut this short because I'm hungry. Jasmine Does It is my brand. JDI is my brand. And Your Bad Habit was created on AOL when AOL was popping. BBM and stuff like that, MySpace, Facebook and stuff like that. Had Your Bad Habit like a sexy little name for like a MySpace or Facebook for like your boyfriend. Okay, so now the whole stuff, the foodie thing like that. Wait, I'm such a foodie, such as anybody else. I had a page of food on the MySpace page, right? This is another conversation. So it's like I'm not like a philanthropist type of person, or I have an entrepreneurial spirit. So that's just what it is. So I have a brain outside of me having an entrepreneurial spirit. So not that I was the only person with like a MySpace and a foodie album. I had a food album of all my food, from what I cook to my family, friends, siblings. I would post everything. To delis, to buy food out the stores. I just post everybody's food on my food page because that's what I like to eat. Everything I post on my food, this is what I eat. So it's not like, oh, I guess it's not exciting to some people because they don't want it. Some people just genuinely don't want it for you. But there's nothing that some of these people could do to stop it. Nothing. So that's that. Jasmine Does It is one of my brands. I encourage everybody to just do what they do. Why? Because you is deserving. Y'all is all deserving. Everybody is small. Everybody is important. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the middle of all lives and Black Lives Matter, a lot of businesses started taking off more because people got help with the money, the stimulus, or whatever. The 3 stimulus checks and stuff like that. They enforce the business to stay. So like the conversation today is about businesses, and it's still about business and about just making more money. Like, you get what I'm saying? During after in the middle of a pandemic, and outside of that, a lot of things spiritual, like David's or she things or whatever. Like, oh, did you do anything bad in your life and stuff like that? So some people play games like that in the spirit. So during COVID, also people took that as that. This is the thing. Some of us have made it. And that's it. The only conversation is, do I need you to put me in a position, or did I have to put you in a position for you to not ever think that you need to put me in a position, or for you to feel like you have to put me in a position? Like, you just, like, a lot of people have taken advantage of freedom that was given off of genuine loyalty, and just have been parking at my house, sleeping in my hallways, sleeping outside, sleeping on the roof, sleeping on the fucking pavilions, having fun. You get what I'm saying? That's really my vibes. Then I said, okay, so this was a comeback. This was a response to somebody trying to play me back to school. So then they started a school like Charm School. Then they started taking advantage, like, it's all ages, which is fine. It's not no secret to me. I said that. You get what I'm saying? I made a whole fucking skit of something like a play. You get what I'm saying? I wrote a whole play. The thing is this: my shit is intentional. There's nothing else, no bad vibes to it. So whoever don't want it for you, that's just their problem. You can see. You can see it. I am doing what I'm supposed to do in the spirit and in the physical. I'm doing not what I have to do. I'm supposed to do. And I'm saying, and I'm making it work for a lot of people in universal form. Now, all these trap tales and want to, do back in the day slavery stuff and chain people and try to hang people and hook people up on the crosses and stuff like that because COVID, she-mans and Davids and she-mans and shit like that. That's to each his own. get what I'm saying? If you can stop me, you can stop me. If you can do that, you can do that. But if you're not, if you can't, and I could do that to you, and you could do that to me, then we both might just need to just do our own thing. A lot of people just might need to do their own thing, make their money, shut the hell up, make their own money and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about how you can stop somebody from progressing. You get what I'm saying? When everybody has the 24 hours. So I have a business. I've been traveling and doing hair. People come here today here. I've been traveling doing photo shoots. Photography, not me actually doing photo shoots for other people. Doing photo shoots on my phone, doing before I got a camera, I was doing visuals off my phone. You know, somebody made a whole movie off of mine. So I was creating visuals off an iPhone, off the Steve Jobs Apple iPhone. You understand? Bitch, I was doing videos off of BlackBerry. I was doing videos off of fucking the little Sony cameras for $25 back in the day, $35 back in the day. This is my life. This is what I do. At first, when I was younger, I ain't like the camera. Now that I'm ugly, I fucking love the camera. That's just what it is. To each his own. So with that being said, homegirl came here and I rightfully can just sue all of them. Do I feel like they not important? Do they deserve to get sued by Jasmine Does It? Or do they deserve to get sued by me at all? I didn't call for them. They overheard conversations of their circumference thoughts or membranes. They're like, oh, that could have happened, that could have happened, that could have happened. And they have they set stuff in their heads, but it just don't pertain to me or my career or anything. My fight, anything of me. No defense, no reasonings of anything. Why you can or can. It's just nobody else's business. You understand? So the idea of people just coming here off the strength of good energy, good vibes, people come here, they good, they leave good. Came here, they just fighting up a fucking storm. Teeth is missing. Tooth is missing. Eyes is fucking, people getting swollen eyes, people fighting, people fuck doing nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? To prove nothing. So my thing is, you can sign up for wrestling, you can sign up for the Bad Girls Club, you can sign up for BGCs, 10s and 11s and 12 and 21. You guys can sign up to be police brutality. Y'all can do that. I do film and photography. I'm behind the camera too. It's disrespectful that in love and war, with understanding that somebody can still try to take advantage of another human being. And when I say things and the the conscious response or the conscious visual thought that is kind of like enforced through certain circumstances of this whole entire life and this whole entire day of being fucking free or famous or rich or independent and just claiming independence, it matters. And that's the purpose of certain conversations. And certain conversations will happen. Whether you believe it or not believe it, whether it sounds true or not true, whether it could be true or not true. But you're not supposed to be the mean person. And a mean person, everybody's supposed to have some experience that shapes them into who they are. And just, it's not good being mean. There's people who flew here, 151 states, who know me in my circle has just enforced fighting. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up, you kind of grow up, but you still can fight here respectfully. But what I'm saying is, a lot of things have been enforced because somebody is trying to block out my independent blessings, which is the knowing of somebody trying to hurt me in fame, on TV, on the internet, for fun, for somebody else's riches in real life, for somebody to be what the next that girl and I is, the one that made it, like the Trini that made it, the transgender female that made it, the man that made it, the woman that made it, the girl like me who made it. Like it's just like somebody who's still waiting to make it because they have their own issues that don't got nothing to do with me. That's why I like I do what I do. After I started doing hair, I like, the confidence that brought to these girls, like, oh, Jackson, something. At first, the intentions probably wasn't good, but that's just a thought. But then they ended up, being faithful customers or whatever, whatever. But my space was small. It was almost compromising my roommate, so I could not do it. So that's what I'm saying. When you're in danger, some things have to transpire. You might have to tickle the booty. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. You might have to go to war for your circle when another person try to step in and try to take advantage. What you can't do, don't do it. What you could, don't do. Like it's just this simple. I don't want to get off key or get off topic of my conversation in October 2020, um, December 2018. I am intentional. My business is intentional. It matters and it means something. And I'm not a mean person, but I could be just as anybody else. I do curse like a sailor. I'm going to curse. I like to curse. However, I don't think anybody should be trying to sneak nobody, feel threatened by somebody else making the same color money in our own different ethnicities and independence. And I don't think nobody should be enforcing, a impulsive response to someone trying to stop you from getting a message out, creating a sound, creating an ambiance, creating a vibe that is meant for a crowd, not in specifically for everyone to feel good about themselves and stuff like that. So I have been disrespected, like my rights have been disrespected since motherfucking 2017 in this neighborhood, and rightfully, I could look like I'm out of sort, out of rag. I have a business that is there. These people are still here, vouching for my business. You know what I'm saying? I have a business. I have a brand. It's on. It's there. It's there. JDI. It don't matter how young, how old it is. It's a brand. It helps somebody with their confidence. It helps somebody with their confidence, their business, their career. From what I say to how I move, just as any elder person trying to put something in the air to finish school. You know what I'm saying? Finish school, go get your CNA. You know what I'm saying? Security, police, artist, athlete. So that's that. Jasmine does it. I don't owe. Hold on, y'all. These people don't owe me nothing. They just trespassing in my crib. So remember, I have to see the whole way. They've been threatening my family. If they threaten, it's just that's what it is. Everybody's alike. So nobody should feel bigger than somebody and try to feel like that's what they could do to anybody. So I call the police here every day since I was harassed. And obviously it was a setup, so they didn't give a fuck. I was put in a mental hospital. I was sitting in prison for 24 hours. I had to literally go to my local convenience. So production could stop following me. The girl TV show, she tried to play me. She wasn't trying to give me no money. They wasn't trying to give me no money. They tried to literally leave me on bad bougie and set me up for me to not be no type of have no independence in I guess the internet or like try to blackball me type shit. It's wrong. It's illegal. They've done a lot of illegal things that took over people's rights because of the attitude. The police only have one job: protect the neighborhood and community. They still have a job. There's still people here trespassing, still trying to continue a TV show, still trying to do a family, baby mama, baby daddy, spiritual sacrifice and stuff like that. Another conversation that they overheard and try to do stuff about. They try to say like my parents this and my other parents and my other parents. It's all my business. They got jealous of my free will in this whole ordeal of having a career and independence. And I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the fight. But they're not supposed to be in my crib, at my home, my residence, at all, trying to fight me about independence or my free will when they have an independence. They got a lot of money. lot of these people is really rich. They got cars. You see me walk everywhere. I'm taking the train everywhere. I'm taking the bus everywhere. Train, walking everywhere. Bus everywhere. They got cars, everything. When they get on the train, it looks cute. It's like, oh my god. You know what I think it's for TV. The thing is this, it's disrespectful. They have robbed me of my job. Nobody, like I haven't done it yet. I haven't done photography. I'm not doing any of those things. Not that I deserve or didn't deserve, bitch. It is what it is. And congratulations to everyone in such a blessing, such as claiming your independence. My conversation has nothing no more to do with nobody else's career or job. It did not have nothing to do with it. Motivational speaking is amazing. And that is also a career outside of whatever the fuck anybody else be trying to do. So that's that.